really turned heads against the team who's in first in the league right now. When Cloud9 played against Loud, they took that map against them. Same comp here, and they're gonna go out on B. Missed Satchel though, but actually does pull out the grab, so there's still a lot of room here to pivot again if you're Cloud9.
Grab the orb, make their way out the second time around. Xeppaa's already gotten back sight. Frenzy's already finding some value too, but decent response from murizzz. But Heat's left alone.
And it's funny, the reason why murizzz is there in the first place is because of that false start that Xeppaa had.
Spike planted.
Heat just not fast enough either. 1v2 now. Does have a ghost. Both of these players are one tap to the head.
Leaf's just gonna keep daring him to land the shot, challenging him to deliver when his team needs him to the most. Time low though as it continues to tick away. They lined up for him, but Leaf cleans him up.
And the big key was finding ways to counter it, and he does, but he does not check his corner, so Xeppaa there. Not fully experienced with the possibilities of setups that you can go for, and might react in the B because of it. And that smoke actually does obscure Jake peeking that.
RgL's flashed up, he's stunned up, he's taking some damage too, but manages to still get a kill onto Zellsis.
Good hold.
Yeah, very good hold.
On the bonus too, which both these teams fantastic at. Leaf trying to find his way back in. He has that Vandal. Remember, he went down last time and still bought.
Last player standing.
All under runi now in this 1v4 with the Spectre. We'll get one step closer to having that Rolling Thunder online. Make it two, actually. 2 steps closer. But MIBR take the... Dangerous peek there from FRZ. And then the deep flash. And you see some of the adaptation already. Xeppaa expecting some pressure and from Mail, but still challenges.
The only tools that Cloud9 have to take these engagements, if they're able to consistently shut them down, you're looking at a very interesting split game here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to really gain traction in that situation. As we're even seeing in this round, right? Like, Xeppaa's already dead, and you're going to be waiting for some of the utility to come back up, like Rooney's fault line that just came up, but you don't have the same go.
And he's backing so far away. I was thinking this is still a very real possibility here for Cloud9, because Rooney's one off his ult. If he can get a kill, that changes things, but the stun is so good.
Dude, and it feels like it takes forever. We've got the Rolling Thunder into that as well.
Oh, he took the orb late there. Very interesting.
Placing swamp grenade.
He's also really patient by Zellsis. It looks like he took his time with the player that was stunned up, made sure there was no one else playing back behind pillar before taking the free kill.
They've got room to work with, but they got to be worried about Heat, who he smoked the turret off.
And he decapitates Rooney afterwards. Great response from MIBR.
And there, Cloud9 actually threw a... I mean, they've got so much control here, too.
30 seconds left.
This is vintage Cloud9.
Just so far ahead of MIBR right now. But they are starting to show up.
Not ready yet.
Now, I need to mention again, you said this wasn't going to be a boring round given the light weaponry, and they've made it a close one. They've made it a competitive one, too. Mary's trying to turn away in the first flash, unaware of the fact that someone's literally
There's
right
2 players here baiting, too. They have no clue about Leaf.
There's the second. Still one more to come, though. RgL playing up in heaven. Heat's up there as well. 2v2, Rooney still has some utility. This is not a secure round for MIBR, even though they have the gun advantage.
Oh, Cosmic Divide makes this interesting, but they cannot give Xeppaa a kill. He'll get his ult.
Still not on it.
This spot is so good from RgL. Oh, of course. Go down because of that grapple. It's a good idea, but they're keeping the pressure on him, and he's just finding gaps. No, he's not.
That was so well handled by Cloud9.
I mean,
Don't trail.
and Seeker's here to fake this A hit. Does it pull FRZ off, and does Zellsis get this kill against RgL? It's so crucial.
Yes, he does. Yes, he...
Order 2, Rooney 1 off his. Could be a factor in the next. Zellsis might end up sending it on this B site while the spike is rotating around with this Cosmic Divide. And MIBR is backing away, and they're not going to actually have information that this is not a hit. Xeppaa again, false start, but it doesn't matter. There's nobody on this side. No way you push this.
Another instance where Cloud9 are just going to be able to waltz into the site and get whatever they want. Meanwhile, they're finding value elsewhere. 2.
Planted.
Oh,
one
and then
for
no.
one. Yeah, now they've realized, guys, we've been tricked. We've been bamboozled.
And it just gives so much time for a disgusting setup here. All because of the stinking kids on that B site. Xeppaa. Throwing them for a hunt.
There's still a shot at this here for MIBR, but you've got to be able to convert
not.
some of these.
It's planted for heaven.
Never mind.
All 4 players are there. And the crazy part too, FRZ, JZZ just used his ult too. And they don't even realize it's planted for heaven because they had no control even close to it. What a beautiful fake from C9.
Dude, Rooney is calling circles around MIBR right now. He's making a fool out of them.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, no ults for Cloud9 here. Just guns. You're starting to see some of that utility dropped out from Zellsis onto the site. Meanwhile, the rest of Cloud9 trying to scale forward. Heat online with the op. He's going to have a chance at a second, too, depending on when the swing comes through. Is Jake's timing not great? Another kill for Heat. And another round for MIBR.
You see the swap from Cloud9 over towards A. It's somewhere where they haven't explored very often in the last few rounds. And they get punished. And here we go. Flash shot, but will he check the corner? No, again, the same mistake from Xeppaa.
This time a little bit of spam traded back. FRZ took some
next to him. Will he make a play for it with a stun? It looks like they did just stun, but it's not going to find the sky. And again, multiple instances of this now, too. They're really relying on that Rooney stun to find a pick.
30 seconds.
It found a target, just not the right one. Rooney trying to make a play and find the second, and he cannot.
Spike down B.
All things considered, a pretty clean. Yeah. Well, to invest a Trailblazer to clear it out, to get up there, no dear.
There's 3 players here. Xeppaa's been really off of the satchels.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. FRZ still playing backside.
They look stunned here. They don't know what to do anymore.
This is brutal. FRZ gets 3 on that.
Knocked him.
I mean, this is looking to take heroics to snatch back, but Leaf and Zellsis might be able to do it. It's just on Zellsis now, 1v2.
20 seconds.
Turn down.
What is that Seeker doing? Does give info on where RGL is.
Lights down.
He's deciding to play on side here, choosing not to get off. He spotted that, so he knows that RGL is close. But RGL still gets the kill. Last couple.
Other than Cloud9 and MIBR, these were the final stragglers, and MIBR going into it with this change. Now, this Trailblazer finds a lot of information in rope, but also feints. Mel was just talking about how a lot of this early utility usage can actually serve as a feint to pull people off of their intended positions. But here, Cloud9's not intending to hold mid.
It seems like they're much more intent on holding B. They've got 3 members close by and a 4th on the way. I mean, by the time they arrive, though, the round may be over. MIBR have already lost 2. Make that 3.
Spike
There are
down
only 2
B.
that remain.
This flank, though, could cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but I mean, with a maybe once your position's spotted, though, it's just going to be so difficult to convert much more.
And it's not proactive there from FRZ
30
either.
seconds left.
He had definitely a timing. We could see that, but he doesn't. But he's also not looking to find it.
Turn out.
If he peeks out, finds the person up on top of rafters there, that's a free kill.
Toxins going up.
And now Rooney's watching it, so the timing's way gone.
Last player
I mean,
standing.
Cloud9 are able to take the space, settle into the positions that
10
they want to
seconds
hold
left.
with a delay, and now they know where JZZ is. He's cleaned up. Cloud9 get to 8.
That vent so that they can't get quick flanked.
30 seconds
There's
left.
still maybe a bit too much delay here. Yeah, Heat is past the gravity well, but now the rest of MIBR follow through.
They check Zellsis.
Who still has an alarm bot to hold one side, but he's still playing into it. He's still trying to challenge and not able to get one, a 1-for-1 here.
How are they doing this?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. Jake still has a stinger.
10 seconds left.
Just way too many numbers to deal with.
That's the spike right there.
And that was Leap from a distance.
And he's gonna get stunned up. He has to stick this plant. I mean, oh, it
no.
missed. It missed. He gets the plant, but not the kills. Leaf is too fast. Yes, out of the timeout, MIBR is able to bring it back a little bit. But it was off of Cloud9 making proactive plays. Here's another proactive play, but instead it's a trade. And that does favor the attack. But how do they actually use this space?
I think Heat's in a great spot here. And okay, it looks like Zellsis is aware of it.
Look at-
Thought he may have caught a timing.
Xeppaa also satcheled up top, so that's a tradable kill if Heat even goes against Zellsis. Definitely Cloud9 spread more thinly than they normally are, even though it's a 4v4.
And decisions for Heat. When does he strike? Where does he strike? Choose to bide his time.
Xeppaa, 1 kill, he gets his ult.
And
he's
hears
going
everything.
for it.
Oh my gosh, he hears everything! It's only 1. Yeah, you got the ult, but it's gonna sit aside for the next round.
Interesting there too, he peeks off the flash and the footsteps. Cloud9 Left to anchor early. Cosmic Divide popped both mollies as well on the other side of it so he could reposition. Spots that they're not out in those mollies. They can't get through this. Jake is gonna...
Huge out from Jake. Huge out from Rooney. Huge for Cloud9. Map point.
Big game. And Bazooka talked about it. They just don't look like themselves. Here's going to be the aggro again. He didn't see RGL right there, it looks like. But somebody else called it out.
And RGL's dead. A little bit of pressure from all the way down on the opposite side of the map from FRZ. And the spikes just sitting there. And they can apply so much for Cloud9 here to keep that back.
Oy, oy, oy.
Dude, I don't know that MIBR are going to get out of this.
Player standing.
What a mess.
Flawless.
What a mess. Cloud9 13-5 against MIBR.
You just saw there.
To have a win rate that high on is just insane.
Going into the site though. Good execute so far from MIBR. The stun does hit Leaf. They're going to try to follow up on it, but Jake's there to stop.
And Leaf is there to help as well, but both of those pieces fall. Rotations coming through from Xeppaa and Rooney. FRZ and RgL are both weak. That's FRZ dead. That's another.
Excuse me?
Just JZZ now.
What is that flash from Xeppaa earlier on?
Well, and how quickly the tides turn. Forced to land a filthy headshot angle just to keep the round competitive, just to give yourself a chance. And it buys time for Xeppaa to get the... Now look at how scared... I mean, they're expecting aggression, A main.
What is that peak from Leaf? Are they really going to go for another bonus here? If they can convert another bonus, that's going to hurt MIBR so much. What a stun!
It's just criminal.
Healing over here.
FRZ tries to get a timing on a kill.
And look how fast he's able to react there. He just flashed in, wants to go in, but he heals instantly and stops.
RGL's in so much trouble. He's got to be able to keep them back here, and he cannot. Another bonus for Cloud9. I mean, Zellsis has an opportunity to lock the round before it starts.
Oh, they did use a showstopper on Rooney.
Look at how weak he is. He died to the molly. Rooney was already dead.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
30 seconds left.
You're looking for a pick. 3v4. Flash goes in there, going up heaven. Zeppaa's going to receive them. Are they going to read it, though? No, they're not looking.
Of course not, dude. Of course they're not. Well responded by JZZ. Xeppaa only able to get one. And numbers in favor of the attacking side still. It's Jake who cannot hold them back. And there's just delay. I mean, the nanos, the mollies, the stuns. There's just so much to keep MIBR back here.
Nate is going to actually trap Leaf. It missed. Stuns are huge. RGL's going to be, ooh, not hit.
Nope. He's able to take down Leaf for it as well. Still a couple of numbers up for Cloud9. Still a chance to fight this thing, even though MIBR are continuing to make it more and more their way. Zeppaa's going to have to 1v3 to win this, and he cannot. He made a run at it, though, as MIBR could have...
But the danger here is it's very easy to pivot towards B on Lotus when you have this A main control.
And that's why you see Zellsis taking some of that space away to cut off the possibility of that. This forces them to, they have to commit through panel if that's the way they're going to go.
All the kills through tree.
That's the timing, but he's been hurt.
Enemy remaining.
Patience out from MIBR. They've taken this round by the horns.
Exactly the same sort of freeze that we saw in the last two.
Cloud9 the last few rounds.
Rooney not popped his ult, by the way, so if he can get here in time for this retake, it might be dangerous. Leaf can stay a little bit longer, and he does get a kill from it.
He tried executing out on the side, isn't able to do so. Look at how far up they're scaling. They're pushing into Spawn.
Oh, no.
They're pushing into Rooney, who gets two. They're going to pivot back to RgL play extended. Now they're going to have the pit that they're going to have to navigate.
Last player standing.
It's just all out on murizzz now.
They're swinging
Playing
both
his
sides.
ult. That's one down, and Knife Out's not going to how you're going to win that one.
He's getting chased down from behind, too. And again, these freezes are what... That's huge. There we go. Heat taking a first engagement. Hasn't been much of that today.
No, well, I think part of it, especially, and this happens because he hasn't been challenger. We've seen Heat satchel up to that box a few times. There just hasn't been anyone to receive.
Yeah. But I mean, comparing to what he was doing on Split.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here he's going way more aggressive, and RGL with the pick, too.
They're going to keep going. We've got really nice control here. Jake falls. I mean, you can tell Zellsis can't really scale up. There's just no knowledge of what's on the other side.
We've gotten a nice streak of first engagements here that MIBR are winning. That is catapulting them to advantages. The last 5 rounds, they've gotten 4 of the first kills. And Heat, to see him absolutely put the pressure up now.
Ah, now that
Because they haven't been hitting individually.
Hitting now. And, well, never mind. Rooney's hitting harder.
Remember the last time.
finished.
There we go. Molly actually pops. But remember the last time. They got locked down. And now with only 2 players, you're going to have that pivot, the TP all the way up. Is he going to get locked down? No. Just got away from it. But he dies anyways. So it leaves RGL completely alone on the safe side. No control anywhere from where any of these chokes they could come from. Oh, and the Trailblazer is going to find him too. These situations are so difficult to clutch in. Doesn't find him though, but it does clear some crucial spots.
Plays the position quite nice. Able to take care of Jake. Still 2 left to go.
Room to pivot.
He's gotten it down to 1. Now they know where he is. Xeppaa, the swing out and the kill from Xeppaa. But and the nanos are going to be problematic if that's the play, unless they just want to split and end up B, which seems to be the case. Off of the flash.
That's a good flash to lock that
nice.
first out.
Yeah, it is. Zellsis dancing around it up in heaven, taking 2 with him.
Oh, and Leaf's actually Xeppaa's actually given up his position by.
And that's how you see Heat starting to take the space back that he just given up. Footsteps giving away some of the early movement.
I can't believe Zellsis is considering this.
He's just gonna hold. He's just gonna hold. He just holds it. He just holds it.
There's back mound, and that's the cue for Cloud9 to go. And I think murizzz is super surprised by that information.
Spike down, C.
The fact that he
They just opened the door and got the kills while they're flooding.
Spike planted.
very well played, and they're going to continue to push on that side. Meanwhile, Cloud9 scales up into spawn.
What an incredible response immediately from Cloud9.
FRZ taking a bit step back while the rest of the hits happening out onto the site. They're trying to hold them back as Leaf drops RGL. How much more can they find? How much space can they take as they begin to flood out? It's all on the Heat now, and he cannot hold it. 4
The timing there. Leaf is able to get so much faster with the Neon.
You just have to be expecting that, knowing what's on the other side, but they're having such a hard time dealing with what's in front of them that they can't figure out stuff like that.
And the fake plan is so good from Jake, too. It's just insane from Cloud9. Almost flawless, but Leaf is feeling himself. A smoke pop from Jake, and I think they might think he fell off, but he's got a gap back here.
He's overstaying. It's just 1, though. Spike was planted. Leaf in a position to play.
Just play in your face.
Safety valve in case it's needed to be, and that seems to be the case. It looks like Leaf may have to make a play here. And there it is. That's the play, but it's just 1. Zellsis getting it down to 1. He pulls off, and he gets the Red Bull.
Cloud9 just freezing, waiting, pausing for this fight. It's brutal. It's so brutal.
I mean, JC
What
can't see
destruction.
anything, bro. He's flashed, he's stunned, he's dead.
And you've overcommitted through the revolving door, too. I love that from Cloud9. There's a moment in time where you realize, okay, going for the orb, not seeing anything C, Cloud9 is just waiting to spring that trap.
Spike planted.
And what a trend.
blinded.
We might see that tally get added even more, unless Seth Heat has something to say about it, but he doesn't.
No, Leaf does.
They are charging their way forward to playoffs, to securing, to clinching.
Taking damage, spam through the wall,
Last player standing.
and it's all on FRZ now. And with 4 targets to choose from, none of